When you use your debit card in this restaurant or her gas stations and they swipe it through to have a reading, there's a fee that's charged to the merchant, the owner of the restaurant,
Yes.
the owner of the gas station. And the fee that's charged, which is called the debit card interchange fee, is the largest interchange fee in the world, charged by the same companies, Visa and MasterCard, that offer these cards around the world. How much is it? Well, the Federal Reserve tells us that on average, every time one of these debit cards is swiped, the merchant is charged 44 cents on average. We asked them, well, what's the real cost to the bank that issues the card? And it turns out it's less than 12 cents. So they've dramatically run up this cost on merchants and retailers, and they have no choice but to pass that along to customers. So what we've tried to do is to bring down the interchange fees so that we have a reasonable fee to compensate the bank and give merchants and retailers a fighting chance to bring the cost down for their customers. Right now, this 44-cent fee that is charged in the United States on average for debit cards should be compared to Europe, where the same Visa and MasterCard networks charge 9 cents on average, and to Canada, where Visa and MasterCard charge nothing, no interchange fee for the use of a debit card. Well, the biggest banks in the United States make the most money on debit card interchange fees. The three biggest banks are Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. And each year they make up to $8 billion in interchange fees for debit cards that are used. If America is going to come forward out of recession and is going to be strong again as we want it to be, it'll be an effort led by small business. Small business that can hire that extra employee, that can reduce costs for the people who come in to buy their product or service, and that to me is the key to this whole conversation. So what we're doing today is calling on the Federal Reserve to issue this rule as quickly as possible so that businesses across America know what the rules will be from this point forward. We also want to make sure that when it's issued this month, that it move forward and go into effect July 21st without any delay. The vote in the Senate this week should be a clear message to the Federal Reserve to move forward and do that as quickly as possible. Many folks don't realize the reach of these debit cards now. We had support not only of retailers and merchants, universities running college bookstores. Say kids use these debit cards for everything, and we're paying a fortune in these fees. Charities. When Red Cross says, you know, we've got a disaster here, would you send us, a donation? Many people say, can I use my debit card? Well, guess what? The bank issuing that card takes a percentage of that charitable donation. It reaches across the board, and that's why the only way to deal with it is on a federal basis.